from West Virginia Public Broadcasting.
Support for the following is provided by the West Virginia Department of Education and West Virginia Public Broadcasting.
Hey everyone, it's Education Station, the show where we invite teachers from all across West Virginia to submit videos of themselves teaching their favorite lessons. In today's episode, we've got 3 exciting lessons about farm animals and reading. Well, hello and welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, Alex Milanese, and one of the best parts about living in Appalachia is that we were always close to farms. Farms are home to all kinds of animals like cows, chickens, pigs, and so much more. So our first lesson of the day comes from Mr. Cecil, who has a fun story and lesson about farm animals. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Santana Cecil. I'm a junior at Pikeview High School and I attend the Mercer County Tech Center. Today we're going to be discussing farm animals by reading Click Clack Moo, Cows That Type by Doreen Cronin and pictures by Betsy Lewin. Farmer Brown has a problem. His cows like to type. All day long he hears click clack moo, click clack moo, clickety clack moo. At first, he couldn't believe his ears. Cows that type? Impossible! Click clack moo, click clack moo, clickety clack moo. Then he couldn't believe his eyes. Dear Farmer Brown, the barn is very cold at night. We'd like some electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. It was bad enough the cows had found the old typewriter in the barn. Now they wanted electric blankets? No way, said Farmer. No electric blankets. So the cows went on strike. They left a note on the barn door. Sorry, we're closed. No milk today. No milk today, cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he heard the cows busy at work. Click clack moo. Click clack moo, clickety clack moo. The next day, he got another note. Dear Farmer Brown, the hens are cold too. They'd like electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. The cows were growing impatient with Farmer. They left the note, a new note on the barn door. No eggs, cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he heard them click clack moo, click clack moo, clickety clack moo. Cows that type, hens on strike, whoever heard of such a thing? How can I run a farm with no milk and no eggs? Farmer Brown was furious. Farmer Brown got out his typewriter. Dear cows and hens, there will be no electric blankets. You are cows and hens. I demand milk and eggs. Sincerely, Farmer Brown. Duck was a neutral party, so he brought the ultimatum to the cows. The cows held an emergency meeting. All the animals gathered around the barn to snoop, but none of them could understand moo. All night long, Farmer Brown waited for an answer. Duck knocked on the door early the next morning. He handed Farmer Brown a note. Dear Farmer Brown, we will exchange our typewriter for electric blankets. Leave them outside the barn door and we will send Duck over with the typewriter. Sincerely, the cows. Farmer Brown decided this was a good deal. He left the blankets next to the barn door and waited for Duck to come with the typewriter. The next morning, he got a note. Dear Farmer Brown, the pond is quite boring. We'd like a diving board. Sincerely, the ducks. Click, clack, quack, click, clack, quack, clickety, clack, quack. Now that we read the book, let's discuss some farm animals that were mentioned throughout the book. The first animal that was mentioned in the book was a cow. Do you guys know any facts about a cow? Cows make the moo sound. They produce milk, cheese, beef, and steak. Did you also know cows are good swimmers? Next, we have a hen. Do you know any facts about a hen? Hens make the bok bok sound. They lay eggs to produce new chicks and yummy meals. Did you know hens communicate with their chicks while they're still inside their eggs? Another farm animal that was mentioned in the book is a duck. Do you guys know any facts about a duck? Ducks make the quack sound. They swim in lakes and ponds. And did you know that ducks have webbed feet to help them swim? A pig is another farm animal, but it was not mentioned in the book. Do you know any facts about a pig? Pigs make the oink sound. They like to play in mud. Did you know pigs can't sweat? Another animal that was not mentioned in the book was a horse. Do you know any facts about a horse? Horses make the neigh sound. When horses run, it's called galloping. And did you know horses can sleep standing up? Now that we've discussed farm animals, let's see how well you remembered by matching. On this side, we have the animals: a cow, a pig, a horse, a duck, and a hen. On this side, we have the facts: sleeps standing up, lays eggs, plays in the mud, milk, and likes to swim. Which animal sleeps standing up? If you said horse, you are correct. Now, which animal lays eggs? If you said a hen, you are correct. Do you remember which animal likes to play in the mud? If you said a pig, you are correct. Which animal produces milk? If you said a cow, you are correct. And which animal likes to swim? If you said a duck, you were correct. Now that we went over different farm animals, I want you to draw your favorite farm animal and write a sentence about it. I chose a cow. My sentence was, I like cows because I like to drink milk. I hope you enjoyed my lesson about farm animals. So next time you're on a farm, see how many you can pick out and identify.
Thanks, Miss Cecil. Okay, since we've been talking about animals, our next segment has a story about one of my favorite animals, cats. This is a story about a special cat named Pete the cat. For more on this, let's go visit Miss Vickers.
Hello! Today we are reading Pete the Cat Saves Christmas. This book is written by Eric Litwin, and the art is by James Dean, which is the creator of Pete the Cat. So, what do we think Pete the Cat Saves Christmas is going to be about? I think it's going to be about Pete saving Christmas as well. So let's go ahead and get started on reading. 'Twas the day before Christmas, and Santa was ill. In the cold winter wind, he had caught a bad chill. Look, there he is. Santa is sick. Will Christmas be canceled? Will it come to that? Never, cried Santa. Let's call Pete the cat. Santa asked Pete to deliver the toys to all the good girls and to all the good boys. I'll do it, said Pete, and although I am small, at Christmas we give, so I'll give it my all. Give it your all, give it your all, at Christmas we give, so give it your all. Pete jumped in his minibus and started to roll. Road trip, cried Pete. First stop, the North Pole. The reindeer were waiting to give Pete a tow, so he packed up the presents and told them where to go. Then the minibus flew, just like in a movie. Pete the cat cried, "This is totally groovy!" I wonder what's going to happen next. They're in the air. I can do it, said Pete. And although I am small, at Christmas we give, so I'll give it my all. Give it your all, give it your all. At Christmas we give, so give it your all. As the children were sleeping all snug in their beds, Pete and his reindeer appeared overhead. That sounds familiar. He's gonna deliver presents, I bet. I was right. Straight down the chimney, Pete flew in a dash. Then back in his minibus, quick as a flash. Each time he delivered a holiday gift, he crossed off a name written on Santa's list. And there he is, crossing off the names off his list. And there he is on the roof over here, going down the chimney. Santa's list was so big, and Pete felt so small. But at Christmas we give, so he gave it his all. Give it your all, give it your all. At Christmas we give, so give it your all. Look at all these names, all the names that are on the nice list. Do you think you will be on the nice list this year? I hope so. At the very last minute, they reached the last house. So exciting. Pete dashed in and out, just as quiet as a mouse. There's a mouse right there. Then right at the break of the new Christmas day, Pete and his reindeer were flying away. There they go. Back at the North Pole, Old Santa was waiting. The elves and townsfolk were all celebrating. Santa was dressed in his red coat and hat and cried, "Hip, hip, hooray for our friend Pete the cat." Aw, Pete saved the day, everyone. How wonderful. "I did it," said Pete. "And although I am small, in the spirit of Christmas, I gave it my all." Give it your all, give it your all. At Christmas we give, so give it your all. The end. Here's the back cover. So, what did we think about Pete the Cat Saves Christmas? Did we think that Pete could do it? I thought that Pete could do it. I knew from the beginning that he had courage and that he really had the mindset that he could go in there and he could do anything that he wanted to. And he wanted to help Santa. So Pete knew that if he was going to save Christmas, he had to do something. And as soon as he saw the reindeer and he said that this is totally groovy, he was super excited. And I think it was his little song that helped him get through everything. I think we should sing it one more time. All right, everyone, let's sing it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Give it your all, give it your all. At Christmas we give, so give it your all. Again, give it your all, give it your all. At Christmas we give, so give it your all. All right, everyone, that was Pete the Cat Saves Christmas. Thank you so much for letting me read to you. Bye.
Thanks, Miss Vickers. Now, for our final segment, we've got one more story about an animal. Mr. Nichols is going to read a story called Memoirs of a Goldfish. Let's check it out.
Hello, kindergartners. Last week we read the story Don't Eat the Teacher about a shark. This week we're going to read the story about a goldfish. The name of the story is Memoirs of a Goldfish. Do you know what a memoir is? A memoir is like a diary or a journal where you write down the history of your life. This story was written by Devin Cillian and it's illustrated by Tim Bowers. Memoirs of a Goldfish by Devin Cillian and illustrated by Tim Bowers. Memoirs of a Goldfish. Apparently the author of this story owns his own fish because in the dedication it says, "To my beautiful guppies, Griffin, Quinn, Madison, and Christian, who gave me the idea for this story." And the illustrator has a good friend that he's dedicating the book to. His name's Stuart Thomas. Day 1, I swam around my bowl. Day 2, I swam around my bowl twice. Day 3, I swam around my bowl. I thought about taking a nap, but fish don't sleep, so I swam around my bowl. Day 4, I got some company today. I don't like the looks of him one bit. He doesn't say anything, and he just bubbles. Apparently he got a scuba diver added in there. Day 5. Mr. Bubbles still hasn't said a word. He just looks at me. I said hello today, and he said, "Grrrr." He's creepy. Day 6. Today my bowl looks like a garden. There are a bunch of plants in here now. I guess I'll have to water them just great. Day 7. Mr. Bubbles and I now have company. He's a snail. He says his name is Mervyn, and he likes to eat the slime off the inside of the bowl. He's disgusting. Day 8. Things are getting very crowded. While watering the plants, I met a crab named Fred. I offered him my fin and he nearly cut it off. Even Mr. Bubbles is afraid of him. Fred says that I should stay on my side of the bowl. Look, I said, the whole bowl is my side of the bowl. And he snapped his claw and Mervyn fainted. I have got to get out of here. I don't think the goldfish is too happy about having all these people and things in his bowl. Day 9. That does it. My bowl now contains a sunken pirate ship, 2 guppies named Rhoda and Clark, an angelfish named Cha-Cha, who says that she's from Hollywood. I can't turn around without bumping into something. At least Mervyn is happy. There's more gunk on the inside of the bowl every day. Day 10. This is ridiculous. I was trying to find room for a swim today when Rhoda and Clark told me that they're going to have babies soon. Like there's room for that. Fred knocked Mr. Bubbles over and he became tangled in the plants. Cha-Cha said she couldn't help with Mr. Bubbles, but needed me to apply her sunscreen. The sides of the bowl are covered in slime, and Mervyn says that he's too full to eat anymore. Yuck! Day 11. I am a nervous wreck. Trying to avoid Fred, I turned around quickly this morning and came face to face with my reflection in a mirror. I nearly jumped out of my gills. I don't even look like myself anymore. I need to relax. Day 12. I have had it. Rhoda and Clark were racing around the bowl. Fred was fighting with Mr. Bubbles. Mervyn kept belching, and Cha-Cha told me I was standing in her light. I just lost it. This is my bowl, I screamed. I want my bowl back. Day 13. Today I got my wish. Sort of. With a whoosh and a splash and a clank and a plunge, I was suddenly in a very tiny bowl of clear, pure water. It was small, but it was all mine, and it was heavenly. I swam around my new bowl twice. But I started to wonder, what happened to everyone? When I last saw Mr. Bubbles, he was tangled in green. Who would help him? Poor Mervyn was probably sick as a dogfish. He needs me. Cha-Cha will get a sunburn without me around. What about Rhoda and Clark? Did Rhoda have her baby guppies? There are probably 1,000 of them. They need me to make guppy bottles and change guppy diapers. Even Fred needs me. I'm the only one who can really talk to the crabby guy. Have they even noticed that I'm gone? Does anyone miss me? I started to cry, and that is not easy for a fish to do. Day 14. After a long, sad night, there was a whoosh and a splash and a clank and a plunge, and I was suddenly sprayed in the face by Bubbles. Mr. Bubbles gurgled a happy tune. Rhoda and Clark raced by me like speedboats, followed by 12 of the cutest baby guppies that you have ever seen. Mervyn waved his tail at me from the nice clean glass of our enormous tank. Cha-Cha sat happily beneath an umbrella. I think even Fred missed me. We were all back together, and I looked around, and I realized that I was part of a big family. I guess I must have smiled because Clark said, "You look happy." I wanted to see for myself. "Where's the mirror?" I asked. "What mirror?" asked Clark. "We don't have a mirror," said Fred. "No mirror? No wonder I didn't look like myself. It wasn't me I was seeing." Her name is Gracie, and she's the color of a fresh tangerine. She's a Pisces. I believe that means that your birthday is in February, just like me. And today we're going to swim around the tank together. Twice. The end.
Thanks, Mr. Nichols. All right, well, that wraps up everything for us here today on Education Station. We want to thank everyone who shared their awesome lessons, and we want to thank you for watching. We'll see you next time right here on Education Station.